The Black Music Moment is brought to you by the Clean Store. Today we honor Wilson Pickett. Wilson Pickett was born in Prattville, Alabama in 1941 and was a major figure in the development of American soul music. Like many of the black blues and R&B singers, he started singing in the church choir at a very young age. He was the fourth of 11 children, and growing up with an extremely abusive mother, Pickett would often run away and eventually left to spend his teen years living with his father in Detroit. He honed his vocal skills in the churches and on the streets of Detroit, eventually joining the Violinaires, a nationally touring gospel group. After 4 years, he left gospel to perform the more lucrative secular music and joined the Falcons in 1959. The Falcons were an early vocal group that brought gospel into the popular context, thus paving the way for the new sounds of soul music. Eventually, Pickett signed to the Atlantic label, but he found little success as a performer. He did, however, write a hit for the legendary Solomon Burke, who was Atlantic's biggest star at the time. After many releases, he finally broke through in 1965 with the song we're hearing today, In the Midnight Hour. This was actually recorded for Atlantic at the famed Stax Studios in Memphis, using the amazing band including Al Jackson, Steve Cropper, and Duck Dunn. Most of the guys at Stax went on to become a little bit more well-known in the famous Blues Brothers band. After recording 3 major sessions at Stax, Atlantic moved him down to Muscle Shoals, Alabama, the home of Donna Jean, where he recorded some of his biggest hits at the legendary Fame Studios. Many of these became timeless classics such as Mustang Sally, Land of a Thousand Dances, and Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. He even charted with a version of the often recorded Stagger Lee, a song later to be performed by the Grateful Dead. In the late 60s and early 70s, he bounced around, recording at American Studios in Memphis, Criteria in Miami, and then back to Fame in Muscle Shoals. While he didn't have any more blockbusters, he did have some minor hits covering the Beatles' Hey Jude, the Supremes' Keep Me Hanging On, and this one I had no idea about, a cover of the Archies' Sugar Sugar. He continued to record and perform into the 80s, and in total he charted 30 songs in the Billboard Top 100, 4 number ones on the R&B charts. He appeared in movies, he was nominated for 5 Grammys, and he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991. He continued to perform until 2004 and passed away in 2006 at the age of 64. Like so many of the black R&B artists of the time, the Dead found his music infectious and were ready to put their spin on it. They first played In the Midnight Hour in 1966, just 1 year after it was released. It showed up sporadically through 1970, and its simple chord structure made it a perfect jam vehicle for the boys. They'd often take it into lengthy jams before bringing it all back together, with Pigpen taking it out on the final choruses, and it was often played as a show closer back in those days. They revived it in 1982 with Bobby at the mic, and played it a few times each year through 1994, often as an opener or as a closer. So here he is, the wicked Wilson Pickett in the 1965 version of In the Midnight Hour.